Hello, class 9th. This is the second part of your chapter, The Sound of Music, and we are discussing part 1, where we are studying about Evelyn Glennie. In our last video, I discussed that Evelyn Glennie gradually lost her hearing ability. Despite of this, she overcome her disability and now she is performing as a solo performer. I hope till here everything was clear. We have completed this fourth paragraph. Before this, I want to show you a picture of xylophone. You can see here, this is a picture of xylophone, and this was what Evelyn Glennie used to play. Now let's continue from this fifth point. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. So if anyone says that Evelyn has done something great, she does not acknowledge that. She is very humble and down to earth. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. Evelyn says that two important things for success are firstly, hard work, and secondly, aim. She says that if you work hard and you have an aim, a target which you have to achieve, then you will definitely achieve it. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. So, Evelyn also achieved her goal. She worked hard and she had an aim to become the topmost, the most famous, the most sought after musician of the world. And she did that. She gained mastery of almost 1,000 musical instruments. Can you imagine? 1,000. And she is the most popular multi-percussionist of the world. I told you the meaning of percussionist, the one who plays different instruments, especially those with higher notes or higher vibrations. She has a very busy schedule. She has programs and concerts all over the world. So she became very famous, and not only she performed there nationally, but also she has schedule international in international platforms also. This was there in this fifth one. Now you see the sixth one. Sixth, that is written here. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. Intriguing means fascinating and curious. When you watch Evelyn work or perform so effortlessly, although she cannot hear, you get very curious. Why you get curious? Because Evelyn can identify the slightest, the minutest sound made by musical instrument. See, we say when there is some or anyone who is disabled or has some disability, God gift them with something that is unnatural or that is not that we cannot understand. So she was extraordinary. She was blessed with the gift of music. She could hear and understand the slightest of the notes, which we with proper ability to hear cannot understand. So she was blessed with that. In one or in our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. Now, the writer, who is the writer? Deborah Cowley, took Evelyn's interview, which lasted for 2 hours. And Deborah says that Evelyn never missed a single word that she spoke. So, it was not like that she was always deaf. She gradually lost it. So, she knew how to speak. So, that is what she is mentioning here. Then there's a funny thing that she mentioned here, that men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. Evelyn says that those men who have long, huge, bushy beards give her trouble. Why they give trouble? Because when they speak, she cannot see their lip movement, as their lips are covered with bushy beard. Evelyn used to see the lip movement as she was deaf. So, how will she get what you are speaking? She used to see the lip movement, and these bushy bearded man, their lips are covered with beard, so she cannot see their lip movement. That is why she is mentioning here that with these bushy beard men, it was very tough to understand what they are speaking. It is the whole face. Sorry, it is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. Then what she is saying here, that she does not only see the lip movement of the person's face to make out what the person is speaking. She sees the whole face. That means the entire expression of the face of the speaker. Only then Evelyn identify or know what the person is saying. So she just doesn't see the lip movement. She also see the expression, eyes movement, because when we speak, we just don't speak with lips, we even express it by our face. So she sees that. She adds the expression of the eyes helps Evelyn make out what the person sitting in front of her is saying. So the movement of eyes, the expression with the eyes also helps her to understand what is the person sitting in front of her is speaking or saying. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Lilt is a way of speaking, like we say accent. So the writer says that Evelyn's speech is flawless. She speaks flawlessly. And she has a Scottish accent. Why she has Scottish accent? Because she belongs to Scotland. Her voice has that accent of Scotland. Alright. Then my speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11, she says, but that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Evelyn says that she can speak clearly because she had learned the language. She studied till the age of 11, till the time she could hear. So she's telling that her speech is clear. You can see it's written, the speech is clear. So her speech was clear because she could hear till she was 11. Till the age of 11 she could hear. After that her ability to hear vanished. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. But after becoming deaf, Evelyn also learned 2 new languages. Can you imagine? After becoming deaf, she has learned two languages, that is French and basic Japanese. So one wonders that how could she learn these two new languages also despite her deafness. So we may wonder how has she learned these two languages. You can see here French and this basic Japanese. So these two languages she learned after becoming deaf. Till here everything is clear? As for music, you can see the seventh one. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. Tingles means cause a slight pricking or stinging sensation. You know that stinging feeling that you get sometimes? That. So here Evelyn explained that how does she identify music. She says it creates sensation in her skin, in her cheekbones, and even in her hair. So every part of Evelyn's body responds to music. So she says here that from every part of the body she can feel that music. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. Now what she says, when she plays the xylophone, I've shown you the picture of xylophone. She uses sticks and she can sense the vibrations of the sound produced by the xylophone pass through her stick up to her fingertip. So she can feel in that way. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance flowing into her body. Now, can you see this word? Resonance. What is the meaning of this word resonance? Echoes. Like you can hear the vibrations afterward also. Resonance flowing into her body. Now what she says, when Evelyn plays the drum, she leans toward the drum. So she leans toward it. Leans, it's like leaning over it. And after that she can feel the echo flowing into her body. When the drum is playing, she just leans over it. And when she leans over it, she can feel all the resonance that is flowing into her body. And in that way, she can feel the music. Okay, the last lines. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Whenever Evelyn performs, she performs on a wooden platform and she removes her shoes so that she can feel the vibrations of the musical instrument pass through the floor into her feet and up her legs. This is how she can feel the sound of the musical instruments. So this is what she is saying, why she needs a wooden platform to perform on it so that she can remove her shoes and feel the vibrations pass through her feet up to her body. And this is the way she could feel all the notes. Till here everything is clear. Now see the eighth part. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. See this? What she got in 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Now Evelyn is a delight to hear. Whenever she plays, everyone feels so nice, so comfortable by her music. Her music was very delight to hear. So the audience was very happy whenever she plays her music. She gives very good solo performances. And in the year 1991, she was presented with the award. And what is the award? Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Alright. Says master percussionist James Blade. Again, see this. Why I'm telling you to see this? Now hear why. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. This is why she expresses music so beautifully. So now you all remember that in the beginning of the chapter, I told you 2 points. So the first point was said by percussionist James Blade. Now James Blades is a master percussionist, and his words were the ones that we read before we started reading the chapter I already mentioned. According to James, God took away Evelyn's hearing ability, but in return he gave her a strong power of sensing sounds which enabled her to become a great musician. So God has blessed her with this extraordinary power to hear and feel the music which we cannot do. Alright, I hope this much is clear. Now see this 9th point. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic means person who finds it difficult to stop working. Evelyn is very hardworking. She does not stop working. I have got to work often harder than classical musicians now to be at par with those people who can hear, who are a classical musician. Evelyn's work very hard. Why does she work very hard? Because she has to match with those who can hear. So for that she used to work very hard. But the awards are enormous. Enormous means big. Evelyn says that rewards she gets for her hard work are huge and big. As I told you, she was down to earth, so she thinks that the awards she is getting or the rewards she was getting was big enough. Like she doesn't deserve all those. She is doing something that is very normal because she was very down to earth person, very simple person. Alright. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. So, Evelyn does charity also. She gives free concerts in hospitals and prisons. So, she does charity also. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. She also takes classes for young musicians for those children who want to learn music. So she teaches them also. Right. Now see here. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Evelyn is an inspiration for all. She is an idol. Anne Richlin, who belongs to the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children, says that Evelyn is an inspiration for those children who cannot hear. And when they get to know Evelyn's story, they feel that they can accomplish everything. They can fulfill all their dreams. So after hearing the story of Evelyn, they get the feeling that if she can do that, if she can achieve this platform, being deaf, we can also achieve anything. And she was an inspiration for all those deaf children. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. Accomplished means achieved. You can see this here, accomplished. Accomplished means achieved. So Evelyn Glennie has achieved so much in life that those people who are double her age have also not achieved those many things, that much popularity and those many awards as Evelyn has done. Like whatever she has achieved at this age, most of the people of double her age cannot achieve. And why she has achieved all these things? Because of her determination and hard work. She has brought percussionists to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. Orchestra is a group of people who are playing different musical instruments. I told you that. Orchestra. And generally the percussion instruments like the drums, the drums and the xylophone are placed at the back end or at the side. But Evelyn performs solo. She gives special performances with these percussion instruments. The percussion instruments have come in the front of the orchestra. Because of her, these percussion instruments like drums, xylophone has come to the front. It was all because of her, because she used to perform solo with xylophone. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Evelyn's story is an inspiration. I told you she is an inspiration to those people who are physically disabled. They feel that if Evelyn can achieve her dreams, even they can. And Evelyn has given a lot of pleasure to her audience by playing such good music. So she has even amused or given pleasure to her audience, and she has given inspiration to those disabled people who before thought that achieving such thing is impossible. Her story is inspiration. She is actually the inspiration to many disabled people. So this much is there in this story. I hope this story is inspiration for you all also. By reading this story, you can see that if you have passion, then you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. Alright, so this finishes this chapter. In the next video, I will start with the second part of this chapter, that is the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan, and how he has become the Ustad, that we will discuss in that chapter. There are some questions given here. If you have understood the chapter, you will be able to do these. Just try to do these. Alright, so that's it. Bye and take care.